It's me, Renee. I'm back. And as you can see, this is my September TBR. Now it's 5 days into the month, yeah, so it's been a few days. But I haven't read a lot, and the most of the month is still going. So yeah, so here I am doing that. Also, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the books that I have already read in September because they wouldn't be on the TBR. They would be on my read list. So yeah, I have read some books already, but yeah, a lot of these will be a lot of these will be familiar to you guys. Well, if you saw my video yesterday of the library haul, because yeah, I went to a library a lot in August. So yeah, my main goal I suppose is kind of to get through those. And also like in addition to that, I'm focusing on nonfiction because this is a nonfiction um, thing here in Norway. Like we read nonfiction in September because the Norwegian for nonfiction is sakprosa and sakprosa September, so it goes well together. So yeah, let's just get into it. First, we have Transmission by Alex Bertie, My Quest to a Beard. So, this is an autobiography by Alex about their journey to being their true self, a man. And yeah, they're British. Well, he's British, I think. I'm just gonna say they're British, and so it's about how him coming out the NHS. I'm gonna guess, and yeah, life in Britain being trans. It's not a huge book, but yeah. And then we have Språk på Sotteseng. This is, as you see, a Norwegian book all about languages and dying languages and things like that. I love languages, so this is up my alley. And then we have Portable Magic, The History of Books and Their Readers. So yeah, this book, it's just kind of like a collection of essays or small uh, small texts about books and yeah, people read books. So yeah, of course I'm gonna read this. Obviously, I'm interested in it. And then we have Hallo Verden, which is a book all about the world in technology. It's actually also translated. It's yeah, it's originally Hello World. It's by Hannah Fry, and yeah, it's a book all about how we live in a world full of algorithms and technology and whatnot. So yeah, and then we have Lykke Til, which is she's Tegne Hanne. She's a Norwegian comic drawer. She draws like small tidbits, and this one is all about being an adult or growing up or both of those kind of. And yeah, kind of want to read it. Give me a moment. Then we have Nullpunktet, Essays on Helse og Verdighet. So this is an essay collection by Per Fugli. He was a Norwegian lawyer, doctor. He died a few years ago of cancer. And yeah, this is about health and dignity and all the things in between there. And yeah. Then we have En klimabok du orker å lese. So it's a book all about climate change, and this is a book that kind of gives you solutions and it's ways to solve things, not just like we're all gonna die, but also like we might all gonna die, but maybe we won't. So yeah. And then we have Kanskje er du frisk by Kaveh Rashidi. So this is a book written by a Norwegian he's a Norwegian doctor, and it's all about yeah, medicine and how a lot of people think we're sick nowadays when we're not, and it's about false news, placebo, science, alternative treatments, those kinds of stuff. So yeah, And then we had Stemmen fra Ukraina, which is, well, by Volodymyr Zelensky. This is speeches by him, and he's, in case you don't know, maybe you don't, he's the president in Ukraine. And yeah, so it's a collection of his speeches, so it's not long, but yeah. Den fordømte friheten, et oppgjør med dagens selvrealiseringsplan. So this is all about, like, you always go, it's all about you can be your best self and you can do what you want, and like maybe you have too much choices in today's world, and yeah, this kind of questioning that kind of thingy. And then we have an English book. Yeah, some of these are English. In Order to Live, which is a book about North Koreans' journey to freedom. So yeah, autobiography about a woman who's a North Korean who escaped, and that sounds like a heartbreaking but interesting book. So yeah. Then we have Skattepengene som forsvant, so the tax money that disappeared, and this is all about politics and tax money and how it's used in the world's richest countries. Well, a lot of the times we us Norwegians like to say we're the richest country in the world. I'm not sure we're the richest in the world. I think we are among them anyway. So yeah. Then evolusjonsteorier og ost. So this is a kid's book, as you might have guessed from like the thinness of it, the cover of it, about different stuff like why must we die, what's good, what's bad, who invented cheese, uh, could you be immortal? So yeah, kind of interesting stuff like that. And then we have språkmagi. I could, in a way, retitle this month as like my Helene Uri month because I got a lot of her books. But yeah, so this is a book all about languages. It's about fun facts about language. It's about language rules, all language, lots of different stuff. So yeah. A non-fiction, a fiction book. I have some of those as well. Murder at the Museum by Alastair Beckett King. So yeah, this I just found randomly in the library, but it looked like a fun middle grade mystery. So yeah. And then we had this one, Lærn om blæren, which is all about the. God, this is annoying me. Because I didn't remember the word yesterday as well. It's about the thing that makes you pee. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be used, I think, a lot. But yeah, I mean, as you can see from the picture, what it's about. It's about, yeah, the thing that makes you pee and how it works and whatnot. Then we have Fritt Gående Egg, which is a collection of wrongly written newspaper articles. Then we have I seng med fienden, eller Vennens forbannelser, a book all about STDs. Yeah. And then we have Lese, en liten bok om store opplevelser. So a book all about reading, love for reading. So yeah. A Walt Disney biography, a Norwegian one, or like also a kids one. But yeah, Disney is turning 100 this year. He's like a prompt book to pick up. And then we have Kvinnehelse i krisetid. So it's all about women's health and how even in Norway, even with Norway having like a good system for a lot of stuff, women's health is still down prioritized. So yeah, that's not cool. So this is kind of about that. Norske utedoer, Norwegian outhouses. So it's all about, yeah, the outhouses around Norway. I think I might read this soon, but yeah. And then we have, sorry. rebel, skamlösa kvinnor som räddat ändrade världen. So it's one of those biographies where you have lots of different women, female biographies in one, and it's just like this one is all drawn, all pictures. Yeah, you get what I mean. So yeah, and then we have Norge i mitt hjärta by Masoud Gharakani. So he's refugee, or he was raised when he was 4, I think, when he came to Norway from Iran, and then yeah, he became a politician in a way. So yeah, this is his story. And then we have Min längste reise by Oksana Sabushko, en personlig essay om Russlands krig mot Ukraina. So this is an essay about the war in Ukraine from a Russian perspective, but pretty sure it's not like a perspective of like Ukrainians deserve the war, they're idiots. No, it's more like, I mean, Russians can also like not want the war. So yeah. Some more library books. Well, most of these are library books, but yeah. No, fiction one. The Beast and the Botany, A Battle of the Beast, which is the third in this series. I think it's the third and final, not quite sure. But yeah, it's a series with like a series of unfortunate events vibes. It's kind of like gothic book for kids. So yeah, I continue on that. And then we have Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Heard lots of good things about this one. Have not read it yet. So yeah, a fun book to pick up amongst all these non-fictions now and then. Oh yeah, I do have quite a lot of fun non-fiction as well. So yeah. And then we have Hva en roman, which is one in this series of like what is novels, what is books, in a way where we have like non-fiction book about like what is different topics. What is novel? What is non-fiction? Should probably pick up this one soon. I had thought of picking up the first book and then it didn't happen. But yeah. Then we have what is global history? What is time? And what is memory? Yeah. Then we have Fans by Michael Bond, a book all about fandom, a journey into psychology of belonging. So it looks into the fans of Jane Austen, the fans of Doctor Who, the fans of Potter, the fans of Brexit, like all the different, well, not all the different fandoms because then it would be a huge book, but like a lot of the fandoms. So yeah. And then we have Farliga typer, diktatorer och tyranner. This, as you can see, is a kids book, and it's all about dictators and tyrants. And yeah, interesting little book to like read a bit about the mean people in history and history and recent history. Well, yeah, not quite sure if it's like about people who are still alive. I think it's more like about people who are dead. Yeah, none of these are alive. So yeah. And then a new recently bought book, which yeah, so I suppose also this is also a bit of a pre peek into my book haul that's coming up soon. It is Asta Hansten og Jakten på Søsterskapet. So Asta Hansten was a Norwegian suffragette. She was one of the suffragettes who were kind of aggressive. She like was not afraid to make herself heard. She yelled at people. She went for it. She didn't like to say, "Hey, could I have some rights?" She said like, I demand rights." She was more in that kind of lane. And like at the end of her life, people were, and she was also I suppose we don't know because she lived in early 1900s, but we pretty much suspect she was a lesbian. And at the end of her life, people bullied her, so she went around with an umbrella and just kind of tried to like have them go away with an umbrella to like shoo shoo. So yeah. Uh, Marta Brian is a journalist and Jana Jordal is the illustrator, and they've collaborated a lot together. They have some books in English also. And yeah, if you like feminism, check out their books that are available in English. They have Women in Battle and Women You Should Know, and yeah, some other books. So yeah, some of them are like based on like females from women from around the world, and some are more based about women in Norway. So yeah. And then we have next. Well, no, we have one of the last battlers, but not the very last. We have Who Made That, a non-fiction book about kind of things and like who made it, like a teddy bear, like how it was invented and who made it, and just kind of like yeah, 2 or 3 pages each. So yeah, I give a little. I mean, because some days non-fiction books are a bit like longer, a bit more deeper, and it's kind of I think often when you think non-fiction, you think like it has to be heavy and dreary and important. But sometimes non-fiction books can just be light and funny, and yeah, it's like to have a bit of a mix, really. Then we have Sex, Power, Money by Sarah Pascoe, all about sex, power, and money. I mean, yeah, it's also very good because often non-fiction book just kind of it's there in that title what it's about, so it's very nice. Frequently asked questions about the universe by Jorge Cham and Daniel Washington Whiteson, and The Theory of Everything Else by Dan Schreiber. He's one of the guys from No Such Thing as Fish, which is one of our new favorite podcasts. It's just so good. So this is kind of like ish like that. Well, it's not quite like that, but it's yeah, it's a book about weird things and people who believe weird things. And yeah, definitely here for you. Well, that's I like me some weirdness. We have Pointless, A History of the World. So it's just kind of some pointless facts. So yeah, that's a bit fun, really. And yeah, it's not like a huge book. It's under 200 pages. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I am recently realizing I'm putting a lot of books on this September TBR. As always, I'm not saying I'm going to read all of them, but this is kind of like what I want to read, and maybe I'll read them all. Probably not, but yeah. And then we have the Mount Book of Losers, which yeah, I got it. Well, I got it. Uh, I got it used a few months ago, but yeah, it's a book all about losers from history, and yeah, definitely that's gonna be a fun read, I think. Well, it is a chunker, so maybe I'll use this for nonfiction November, or maybe I use this myself. I don't know. It's an option anyway. It's an option. Then we have Stick a Flag in It, 1,000 years of bizarre history from Britain and beyond. So yeah, weird things from history, and I think it's like British history, but also like just kind of history in general. And yeah. Then we also have some books here I forgot about earlier. We have Revenge of the Beast. We have Deadly Little Scandals. We have Va er Språk. And we have Mullerløfte, which is another essay books. Yeah, I have quite a few essay books now at the moment. And I'm also currently reading. I have started Questland, which I kind of want to pick up now and then. I've started, and I'm not loving it, but I'm not hating it. I think I'll maybe pick it up now and then. I also have planned to continue on in this book. Yeah, I've had it in other videos before. Yes, I have. I mean, I bought it in like 20. I want to say 17 maybe. So a while ago now. I started 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. And I suppose it kind of looks chunky. It is big, but it's also kind of one of those non-fiction books where like there's like 100 pages of footnotes. So like this book, the story, the meat of it is at 300 pages. So like I put a mark where like it kind of ends, and that's here. So there's still kind of a lot of footnotes. So yeah, but still I have to read from here to here. So I got a bit of it left. So I will finish it with it this year. If I'm gonna finish with it in September, I don't know. But I'm gonna continue with it anyway. And also, wait for me. Also currently reading Ask a Historian by Greg Jenner, all about interesting questions from history and like, or questions or theories from history and how that, like, yeah, the answers to them. So like, who invented maths? How old is curry? Why is Italy called Italy? Kind of things like that. And then we have Superwoman, Gender, Power and Representation, which I have started just slightly, but yeah, I have started it. And we also have the Jeanette McCurdy book in Norwegian. I want to give this one a go. And we have this one, Nordbritannia, a book all about Norway's interest and our interest in our history with the Great Britain. So yep, and that, my dear friends, is kind of like my TBR for the month. No, I suppose I just have actually two more books. I'm gonna show them to you because yes, I'm gonna do. So I also have actually the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I didn't really think I would be picking up this one ever really because Hunger is not my kind of jam, not my kind of tea. But I joined a book club. Yay me! I decided to read this as a first book, so yeah, I got it. And then we have Loke or Loki. So this is kind of like a middle grade, kind of lots of drawings version of Loki, and he has to live in the UK and kind of be good. And yeah, that doesn't always go according to plan. So it's a very funny series. I love the first book, which came out, well, this year in Norway, probably last year in Britain. I don't know, maybe it came out this year also. I don't know, but yep. And then we have De Kankelage and Potet. Essays articulate om litteratur og samfunn. So yeah, this is another essay book all about literature and the society. And yeah, so yeah, that, my dear friends, is my TBR for this month. Though yeah, I also can listen to some audiobooks now and then that I didn't include here because I just didn't. But yeah, ambitious, maybe. Quite a few of these are shorter reads, so yeah, it's not like I won't get to any of them. Will I get to all of them? No, probably not. But I love them, I think. I suppose, yeah, if you read any of these, you can give me your 2 cents if some of these books you feel like I have to read this month. Or at least like I have to read soon. And yeah, if you argue well enough for it, I will prioritize it to the best of my capability. And yeah, that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. And if you want to tell me also a fun book that you're going to read in September, that would be fun. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.